Hey guys, I'm Jenny. I'm a Seint artist, and I want to show you a quick demonstration of putting on the makeup the way I like to do it. We have so many brushes, and there are so many ways to put on this makeup with our various brushes. Because I have them all, I tend to do different things at different times. So today, I am going to show you how to apply the makeup using the buff brush and the blend brush. Okay, so I'm first just going to take my highlight color, which is June. As you can see, I have a lot of colors in that compact, and in the summer when my color may change just ever so slightly from using a fake tan, I will use a couple of different shades to shade up a little bit. Each one of those little foundation tins, which are called highlights, they are around $14. They will last you, gosh, anywhere between 4 to 6 months. It really depends on how much you're using, but I can tell you that less is more. So it does not take much of this product to cover any issues. And if you have problems with melasma or things like that, there are ways to color correct that melasma, or as you can see, I kind of have this pretty decent red spot, irritated red spot right here, that I will take my little multitasker brush and dip it in a little bit of a lighter highlight color and just kind of dab it on. So I use this as a concealer and a foundation all in one. That's sort of like an allergic reaction that I have right there, so I'm actually just leaving it alone. If it was a blemish, I would try a little bit more to cover it. Then I'm going to take my contour brush, or the end of the buff brush, which is, I'm using this for contour. I'm going to dip it in my contour color, which looks very dark, but as you can see, it's not going to be quite as dark when I'm applying it. And I'm just placing it in certain areas of my face that naturally contour on my face. Like my face actually contours right there. So that is why with the foundation, you're not putting just one color all over and leaving it. You're going back and you're contouring, or in some cases I will contour first and then apply the highlight foundation where I did not apply the contour. But you can kind of see, I mean, that is where my face dips in these areas. This is what makes us kind of slims our face. It makes our face look more youthful, more glowing, and again, not just one dimension. Sometimes I'll even take that highlight and go right back over that just a little bit. We have a sponge that you can also go in and blend everything, but I typically find that I can just keep blending it with my brush to get it just how I want it. Okay, then I'm going to take my blend brush. I use the small end for putting a little bit of a lighter color just under my eye, and I use the large end for blush. So I used a highlight color for me called June. And then I'm going to use Aura just for under the eye. And I'm not trying to cover circles. I'm just trying to brighten. Because if you put too much product right here, you're going to have a very crepey look. We already naturally have thinner skin, so we have to be very careful with what we're applying right there. If you have kind of darker circles, I have ways that I use a different foundation highlight by Seint, just a different color. And I will just kind of color correct that spot. So, but I'm just using a tiny bit of that lighter color, and then sometimes I'll hit kind of the other highlight points of my face as well. Next, I'm going to take a blush, and for this one, I will use this fun pop of color called Pink Grapefruit, and I just dip a little bit here and just lightly apply that blush. The great thing is all of our blush also doubles as a lip, so it's all easy, all in one. Kind of on the go. Your makeup will go on so quickly. You won't spend hours in the bathroom. Put it on in the car, parked, and it just makes it so much easier. So I'm showing the same color on my lips, and usually I'll tell someone to pick 2 lip and cheek, because then you get 2 blushes, and sometimes like people aren't comfortable wearing a really pop of pink color on their lips, but they want it on their blush. You can also do things like if you like this pink for your lips, but you want to mute it a little bit, You could technically go in and add one of your highlight or your contours on top of it. So I'm going to take a tiny bit of my contour, just a little bit, and I can kind of just mute that color or make it look a little bit more brown. So the possibilities are endless, and I have used this product since 2015, back when the company was an e-commerce company, and I've loved it ever since. One last thing I want to add is I'm going to put my last step, which is my illuminator, and I'm going to use a color called Honey, putting a little bit on my finger, and then I'm just going to dab it right kind of on the high part of my cheekbone. This just brings illumination to this area to where when you turn, your lips just look more, your cheeks look more lifted, okay? Following up, because I am wearing a mask most days, I'm going to take our setting powder, which this is the Vanilla Dust setting powder. It is translucent and it works on all skin types. And then I'm taking our powder brush and I am just pressing it into my skin. The biggest mistake I don't want people to do is I don't want people to take a double wear foundation a double wear powder and wear it on top of their contour and highlight foundation, because you just don't need that much coverage. I'm just doing this because I'm wearing a mask today. I don't always do this in the winter at all because my skin is a little bit more dry, and so I just use that foundation and done. So there is my look. I talked a lot, but it took me 5 to 6 minutes to apply it. Generally, I can get it on in 3 to 5 minutes. So thank you guys for watching.